All right, so excited because this is another Selling on the Spot money event, one of our many divisions under the Selling on the Spot brand. We're proudly here helping you learn about money, money management, growing your money, all of that. Today's presentation is called Learn About Crypto and Foreign Currency. Florian Fritz is on the screen with me here today from Austria. Namdo is not shown on the screen, but he is from Dallas, Texas, and presenting for all of you as well today, this amazing workshop. I am Jane Ward, also known as Trainer Jane, and I am known under the brands of Trainer Jane, as well as Selling on the Spot and Selling on the Spot Marketplace, where I met many of you over the last few years, especially. So just briefly, I can help you in regards to growing your business, whether you have personal or professional challenges. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I love helping you grow your business. And under the Selling on the Spot brand, we are a sales training company, and we proudly have grown into many divisions, which I'll speak to in a moment, to help you grow your business, regardless of where you are in the world, regardless of what type of business or industry you have. And again, we're not here at the marketplace per se here today, but know that we always proudly bring you fun events where you can connect with each other, as well as, of course, learn. So really briefly, under the Selling on the Spot brand, we have Selling on the Spot Marketplace, our fun and profitable events, the masterclass where I love teaching you more how to show up visually, verbally, and vocally to present better, to close more sales. Ultimately, that's what you're all looking for. Selling on the Spot Marketing, where we have experts that I bring in to, again, teach you under the brand of marketing to grow your business easier and faster. Selling on the Spot Mastery, which is our 3-tiered sales training system. Selling on the Spot Media Training, which is my partnership with the Forbes Riley in regards to media training. Sorry, got sirens going on in my background. I hope that's not too loud. I'm in a big city. Selling on the Spot Academy, where our past trainings like this one, the recordings go there. So if you want to grab anything that we've done in the past, please visit our website in the Academy section. Selling on the Spot Systems, which is just that, helping you grow your business by systematizing and automating things. Selling on the Spot Money, which of course we're here presenting as part of today. Selling on the Spot Mindset, because again, the mindset is such a big factor in regards to growing your business. Your personal challenges are probably slowing down your professional success. And Selling on the Spot Resources is where everything else is on our website. So sellingonthespotmarketplace.com. Please visit us and keep us as your hub to go to grow your business, regardless of how you are looking to grow. So with that, before I introduce Florian, I would like to give you all a really quick moment to introduce yourselves. Again, it is literally meant to be one sentence, a few seconds. And I'm going to go in the order that I see you on my screen. So Charlene, if you could start us off, please. Everybody, please unmute.
Hi, I'm Charlene, Toronto, and I help you, the entrepreneur, stay healthy, be healthy, get healthy, so that you can be the best for your clients. Functional nutritionist for 5 decades and can help you with whatever you need help with.
Thank you so much. And Claudio.
Thank you, Jane. Hello, everyone. So my name is Claudio. I'm with Let's Create Wealth, and what I do is I help busy entrepreneurs increase their return on investments with some new and exciting platforms.
Excellent. Thank you. Cheryl.
Cheryl Scott with Legal Shield and ID Shield. I help families and small businesses do collectively what the wealthy few can afford to do on their own, and that's keep a lawyer in your back pocket. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you. Janet. Everybody, please unmute. I'll go to you all each once.
Hi, I'm Janet McGinty. I'm the author of the Smart Money Guide, and I run a mastermind group on Facebook called the Millionaire Code, where I show people how to accumulate $1 million in liquid assets with a nominal amount of money.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Kim.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kim Graham. I'm from just outside of Goderich, and I am a holistic care professional. I work with different modalities, mainly body talk, essential oils, and the moon to help you manifest your best life.
Excellent. Intriguing. Kelly.
Hi, everybody. Kelly from Oshawa. I help you achieve a better quality of life by optimizing your brain health. And I do this through a life-changing, non-invasive technology.
Wonderful. Thank you. Shakila.
Hello, everyone. I give women the freedom to be fashionable at all times. I own an online women's boutique.
Perfect. Thank you. Helen.
Good afternoon. I help busy families and singles who need help to get their meals on the table in 30 minutes or less by using Epicure's lineups of products and services, bringing yummies to your tummies.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Sharita from the Caribbean.
Yes. Hi, I'm Sharita, and I'm a virtual service provider. I assist small business owners in getting their business productive and streamlined. I focus on the back-end operations of your business.
Wonderful. Thank you. Colleen.
Hi, everybody. I'm Colleen, and I'm from Newmarket, Ontario, which is near Toronto. And I help you overcome obstacles like fear, insecurities, and bad habits that are keeping you from living with more joy, peace, and confidence. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Abby, are you joining us?
Yep, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I am the owner of tech-assist.ca, and I help people with their computer woes and being safe and secure with today's technology.
Thank you. Awesome. Dav?
Hi, I'm David. I'm in Vienna, Austria. I'm a money hero in training.
I love it. I love it. Excellent. And Brenda, you joined us. Perfect.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brenda Marie Sheldrick. I'm in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and I help busy entrepreneurs stop wasting time on meetings that don't produce results by showing them how to generate more qualified leads through my Biz Leads expert programs.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I believe I got everybody. And with that, I would love to move forward to our amazing training today. I am proud to have partnered with Florian Fritz and Nam Do today. I think some of you have already met them already. Most of us meet through selling on the spot marketplace, and I'm pretty darn proud of that. So first we are going to Florian, who is the money hero, and he has come many times to our events, and I wanted to partner with him because I know he has phenomenal training. I've gone through his masterclass. We've worked together in different capacities, and I have high respect for him. So in a moment, we'll welcome Florian. And Nam and I have been getting to know each other as well. An incredible multi-level marketing expert, phenomenal success story, and again, so proud to have partnered with you, Nam, and love that with you two gentlemen today we're bringing together this amazing presentation. As always, we want it to be a workshop, training, true value for all of you. And of course, if you would like to move forward with either of them in any capacity, then please choose to do so as well. So with that, please give them a round of applause. And I'm excited to get started because I want to learn about crypto as well. I invest in it, I earn really well in it, but I don't really understand it. So with that, Florian, over to you, please.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Okay, how many of you would like to make money in crypto? Like by show of hands, or if you're off camera, type in me if that's you. Okay, is there anyone who's not interested in that and is here for the community, for fun or any other thing? No? Okay, just checking. Then welcome to our crypto and foreign exchange money making program today, webinar. And first of all, I want to thank you for taking the time and being here. I know the internet is full of things you could be doing right now, even in lockdowns, which we don't have anymore, luckily. There's lots of things where you could be. So thank you for spending your time with us. Feeling very honored, and I will definitely do my best to give you lots of value and make your time worthwhile. Okay. What you will learn is what is a cryptocurrency actually, what is a blockchain, and how can I use it? What are 5 ways to make money with cryptocurrency? Okay, how many of you would like to know 5 ways to make money with cryptos? Great. So we're right here. And since we'll be spending some time together, is it okay if I tell you a little bit more about myself? Is that okay? Great. Thank you. I started as a financial advisor in 2003, so 18 years, 19 years almost ago. And that was pretty fun. We had a lot of fun. I learned a lot and made a lot of money. And I quickly found out that I didn't really like how the financial industry is treating their clients, meaning the advisor and the industry is making all the money, especially the banks and investment companies, and the clients pay all the fees and take all the risk. And the next thing I found out is financial advisors know a lot more than bankers, but only enough to sell you the product with the highest commission. So they don't really know wealth strategies that work, whether the markets are going up, down, sideways, or crazy. And that's what I wanted to learn. That's why I started traveling the world, learning from some of the best trainers like Robert Kiyosaki and his advisors, and some investment fund managers and many other great trainers. And I tested what I learned in a real estate company, finding investors for those people. It worked pretty well. I grew their sales for 8 years in a row by 86% on average, helped those guys become millionaires. And because it worked so well, I had to sabotage myself. How many of you have ever sabotaged yourself when things go well? Yeah, I'm not the only one. Great, thank you. So I started a side business with a partner in solar energy, and I didn't take care of that side business enough and let this guy do his thing, and he bankrupted the company, and suddenly I was there with $500,000 in debt. So that was 2 years ago, was like the worst point of all this stuff. And today, 2 years later, I'm not totally debt-free, but I'm financially free because my investment income is not only paying for my living expenses, but also for the rest of the debt. And I did that by investing in things like cryptocurrency, Forex, stocks, and some other things. Okay, does that sound interesting? How many of you would like to learn how to do that? Great. Even if you don't start with minus 500,000, I'm sure you can still profit from it, okay? So let's get into that. Why is crypto so important today? And let me share my screen. I do have a little presentation for you. Can you see my screen? Show me a thumbs up or something if you can see my screen. Okay, great, thank you. Now, before I get into this, a little disclaimer. Whatever we're talking about is not financial advice. This is for education or entertainment. It's my personal experience. This is not financial advice, so don't go out directly and buy whatever we're talking about without having further education and learning how to actually do it, okay? Thank you. Now, what happened to the dollar and every other currency, by the way, as well? Since 1913, which is when the Fed was founded, by the way, also the IRS, and that's not a coincidence. Since 1913, the dollar has lost 95% of its value. 95%. Money is defined as lots of things, that you can exchange it, it's fungible, it's tradable, it's portable, it's durable, that's all good for the dollar, but it's also defined as a store of value. If you look at this graph, do you think a dollar is a store of value? Yes or no? Not really, right? This is not a store of value. That's why it's actually a currency and not money. 80% of the US dollar in existence were printed during the last 24 months, the last 2 years. From 4 trillion in January 2020, oh, sorry, that was too fast. From 4 trillion in January 2020 to 20 trillion in October 21. So 80% of all US dollars were printed in the last 2 years. Well, what do you think? Is it going to get better? Will it going to grow in value or lose even more? Probably lose even more, right? And that's why you want alternatives. You want to do other things with your money. And one alternative is crypto. What's a cryptocurrency? A cryptocurrency is a type of currency which uses digital files as money. It's not like a coin like this. And those files are created the same ways as cryptography, like how people hide information in computers. And those signatures can be used to keep the transaction safe. We'll look into that into more detail, and also to check that those transactions are real, so that crypto money is actually very, very safe. And I'm a little confused with the directions here. So what's advantages of cryptocurrencies? First of all, you get a protection from inflation. Why? Because the government can't print more of them. They can't just go and decide, oh, actually, we need some money to, lead a war somewhere, or we need some money to fight whatever crisis we have, or to give some helicopter money to everyone because we decide to make a lockdown. They can't do that, okay? So it's limited, and that's why it's a protection from inflation. It's decentralized. No organization, if it's not only the government, but no other organization can determine how it's moving, what the value of the coin is, and that keeps it more stable and secure. And that's complete opposite of what the fiat currency, the currencies controlled by governments, are doing. It's authorization free. No one can stop you from using your cryptocurrencies. There's no centralized payment services. No bank can tell you you can't send your money there, or no government can freeze your accounts. So this is authorization free. You can always use your money. And it's censorship resistant because the way the network is designed, it's impossible for hackers and other attacks to shut the whole network down. Next advantage is easy and fast transfer of funds. Cryptocurrencies are like perfect solutions for transactions, whether international or domestic. They're lightning fast. Well, it depends on which one you're using. It's seconds or minutes or maybe half an hour, but they're very fast compared to bank transfers. And the verification requires very little time to process. That's why it's a lot faster than wire transfers. It's also a cost-effective mode of transaction. If you look at what PayPal is charging you for transferring money to another country, they charge an arm and a leg. Banks, similar. So it can be a lot cheaper if you use a cryptocurrency to transfer your money across borders. And because you don't need a third party, you don't need Visa anymore, you don't need PayPal, you don't need your bank. You can just, if I want to send money to Jane, I can send money to Jane directly. I don't need anybody's help. And if she wants to send money to me, she can do the same. And it is secure and private. So nobody knows what you're doing with your money. Security, that's always been a big concern. But the blockchain ledger relies on different mathematical puzzles. So it's pretty hard to decode that and check, okay, whose money is it actually? It's not totally impossible because every transaction is tracked, but in that mathematical puzzle hidden and not with your name and your data. So it's a lot better for security and privacy than general bank accounts. Okay, but do we have some disadvantages as well? Yes, well, we do. We have the risk of data loss. What does that mean? The developers wanted to make that it virtually untraceable documents, very strong hacking defenses, impenetrable authentication protocols. And that's what they did. So that's why it is very safe. But if you lose your private key to get into your wallet where you store your money, if you lose that key, there's basically no chance you'll ever get back in there, and the money will stay in there forever. Nobody will ever take it away. Nobody's going to steal it, but you can't access it as well. So you have to be very careful that you don't lose those data. Store it in different places. Also, not only on a computer, have it on paper somewhere as well, to make sure that you don't lose the data. There have been millions lost with people who just threw away old computers when Bitcoin wasn't worth much. they threw away the computer with 10 Bitcoins on it or something because, well, that's just a couple of euros. And there's been somebody who tried to like take apart a whole garbage place to find his computer again, because today that would be worth millions. So don't lose your access data. Then the power still lies in a few hands. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized, but still the large amounts are in very few hands. So they still have the possibility to actually manipulate prices, and sometimes you can see that. There is no refund or cancellation. So you always have to be sure if you do a transaction, is that really the transaction you want to do? In your bank, in your wire transfer, you can ask the bank, oh, this was a mistake, and can I get the money back? And the bank will reverse this transaction. Or same with credit card companies. You can't do that here. If you send your Bitcoin, they're gone. Here's somebody else has them. So always make sure that you really want to do a transaction before you do it. Next thing that is often said, that's a bad point, very big disadvantage, is the high consumption of energy. That's especially talking about Bitcoin mining, meaning creating new Bitcoins. That's very large computer farms that are using a lot of energy. They say at the moment, they need to, the Bitcoin network needs as much energy as a country size of Nigeria. So really a lot of energy is consumed to create this money energy. And vulnerable to hacks. What does that mean? Didn't we just say it is super, super safe and nobody can hack it? Yes, nobody can hack the blockchain where the money is actually in, but hackers already have managed to hack smaller exchanges. And if they manage to hack the exchange where you go in to buy your Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and they have your data stored not safely, they can actually take your data, take the money away from the exchange, and you're hacked as well, although the blockchain is super safe because they stole your access data. That's why we don't store cryptos in an exchange. We'll get to that as well. Okay. Now, from cryptos, let's get to the blockchain, which is lying actually one level lower. What is the blockchain? It's a special database that manages your transactional data without a central supervisory authority. So nobody's actually checking it. It's doing it all by itself. And that's why we don't need actual mutual trust, and because we have transparency and it's all stored in that blockchain. And let me show you how this works. First of all, it automates accounting. You don't need a bank. The money manages itself. You don't need Visa. You don't need PayPal. You don't need a bank for transactions. It's all safe. It's stored in blocks. I will show you that graphically soon. It's decentralized, as we said, and miners check all the transactions. So that's high performance computers, large computers that process it within the blockchain, or they form the blockchain together. And that's how they make money. Okay, this is how it works. You want to send money somewhere. You want to make a transaction. This transaction is put into a block together with a couple of other transactions. Then it's sent to all those computers in the network. Those computers say, yes, we got the information. Now we know this block exists. For that, they get a reward. That's one way to make money in cryptos. Just in case we're going to get to those, but maybe you noticed somebody's making money here. Now those blocks are put together in a chain. That's why it's called blockchain. This update is distributed in all the network that every computer knows now, okay, this is how the blockchain looks now, and now your transaction is complete. And since computers are pretty fast, this just takes a couple of seconds. And what the other thing it does, it makes it very, very safe. Now, if they're working on block 91 right now. Your transaction is here in block 74, because that's when you made a transaction. Now, if some hacker would want to change this block, he would have to change all the blocks from 74 to 90 before he could change this block. So he would have to hack all the computers in the network within 20 minutes before the next update, which is, with the computing power the world has at the moment, impossible. So it's absolutely impossible to change that afterwards. That's why the transaction is absolutely safe, and you don't have to trust anyone. You don't need any middleman. And this doesn't only work for cryptocurrencies. This works for a lot of things. For payments, for ticketing, for supply chain management. Companies are starting to use it. You can use it for crowdfunding, for gambling, of course. Insurance, it works very well for insurance. So a lot of the use cases for the blockchain, which will make business a lot easier in many areas where we don't need the middleman anymore, where we can have direct contracts via blockchain. A lot of savings potential in there if you don't have to pay middlemen for the contracts and for taking care of custody and all that stuff anymore. Now, how does that smart contract thing work? A contract can be written directly as a code into the blockchain, like we just saw in one of those blocks, sending the information to all the computers who take part. Let's say you book a flight. Have you ever booked a flight? I guess so, okay. Just assuming that's a yes. You book a flight, and when your flight is canceled, how long do you wait until you get your money back, if that ever happened to you? I've waited up to 6 months for the money. Now, if that was not a ticket on paper, but a smart contract that includes, if the flight doesn't happen, money goes back. It would go back in the second. As soon as the flight didn't start, you have your money back. So with all these consequences of a contract, you could have that automated using a smart contract on the blockchain, because the contract will actually execute itself as soon as the conditions are met. Now, let's get back to Bitcoin, because we want to make money and not smart contracts here. Bitcoin was the very first cryptocurrency, invented in January 2009 by a guy called Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know who that is. We don't even know it's one guy or a group of people or a lady, or we don't know. This is just a pseudonym. The first price was 7 cents. There will be maximum 21 million Bitcoin. Now that's what we were talking about. This is why it's safe against inflation, because there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. They can't just come and say, oh, we have a crisis, let's print another 100 million. They can't do that. It doesn't work. In beginning of the year, there were 19 million already in existence, so there's still 2 millions that have to be mined. And a few million, as I said, have already been lost and will probably never be retrieved. So that's limiting the supply again. The last Bitcoin will be mined in 2140. So there's still a lot of time for until the last 2 million will be done. And that work, why does it take so long? Because every 4 years, they actually halve the speed in which Bitcoins are mined. And by halving that every 4 years, it gets slower and slower and slower. It gets more difficult and more difficult. And if it gets more difficult and more expensive, you have to put in more energy to get a Bitcoin. What do you think will happen to the Bitcoin price? It will have to go up. It will have to go up. Otherwise, people would stop to mine it, because if it's more expensive to mine it than to have it, why would anyone do it? So the price is going to go up for that. So 10 years ago, Bitcoin hit $1. Today, it's at 40,000, somewhere around 40,000. So it's up 4,550,000% in 13 years, or in 10 years. In 10 years, 4,550%. Now, just let me see how many of you know any asset that made such a return in 10 years, anytime, not the last 10 years, any 10 years. Anybody know something? Not really, right? There is no such, no such asset that has returns like cryptocurrencies at the moment. Now, I want to show you something different, because people say, oh, but I've heard of people losing money with Bitcoin, and isn't this risky? And I've seen it losing so much value, and it's always dropping, and all these things. Let me show you something about that. Okay, can you see this? Can you see the chart? Okay, so Bitcoin lost 74% here. If an asset loses 74%, you would never ever invest there, right? You would never ever do that. Now let's see what happened. Oh, after losing 70%, it went up 1,500%. Okay, let's go on. Oh my God, it's losing again. So I get in up here, and it's losing again 86%. Who would, in his right mind, would invest something that loses 86%? You wouldn't do that, right? Okay, let's go on. Oh, what happened here? Okay, now after losing 86%, it gained 1,400%. Interesting, right? Okay, even more than that. Let's see here. So after, oh, it's still not. It's still going up. It's still going up. Oh my God. So after losing 86%, it didn't just do 1,400%. It actually did 7,780% up. Okay, but we're always losing, right? We're always losing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It dropped again by 84%. Nobody would ever invest there, right? You can only lose money. Now, let's see what happens. Oh, wow. What's this? What's this? Oh my God. After losing another 86%, we gained another 1,500%. Okay, so, oh, even more than that. Okay, not going to check that out. So at the moment, we're somewhere here. Does this mean you can only win or you can only lose? Both are incorrect. It depends on how you actually handle it. If you buy at the top, at the last top was somewhere around 65,000. If you buy there and then you panic when it drops to 40 or 30 or whatever, and you sell, then you have lost money. If you know before, okay, I'm buying it now, it might drop another 70 or 80%. It's done that a couple of times before, but it's probably going to make another 1,500% again. Then you stay in, you just wait and keep the money. So don't put any money in that you need tomorrow. That's not how you make money in there. We get to the ways how to make money, but if it drops, you know it's going to come back because there is only 21 million. The price has to go up. I'll show you some more reasons why it has to. And let me show you one more time the chart. This is the first 80% drop that I showed you, this here. You don't even notice it on the chart anymore. It's that small, that unimportant. This is when it went up to 20,000 and everybody thought, oh my God, this is the end when it dropped 80%. Also, it doesn't look that big anymore today. And the same, this drop won't look that big anymore if we look at it in 3 or 4 years. Now, why is it going to be bigger than this? One more, let me show you one more reason. We are still at the beginning. This industry, the cryptocurrency market, is 10 years old, a little over 10 years old. Which market has penetrated the whole world in just 10 years? Nothing has grown that fast ever before. But if we look at the size, Bitcoin total market value at the moment is 800 billion, a little less than 800 billion. Price is a little lower than that. So it is smaller than a single company like Facebook, like Tesla, like Amazon, Microsoft, Apple. Okay, the list has changed a little bit in the order since I took it. But Bitcoin alone is worth less than Apple. It's worth less than the silver market. It's less than 10% of the gold market. And there's always this discussion, is Bitcoin the new digital gold? Well, if it would just have the same value as gold in total, it would have to go over $500,000 per Bitcoin. That's more than 10x from today. And then the Bitcoin market would have the same value as the gold market. So there's another 1000% for you. Okay, there's not just Bitcoin in the crypto market. Very simple view of the blockchain. There's the networking layer. That's the program, the language everything's programmed on. Then there's layer 1 cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two largest and most well-known ones. And on top of those are even more. Because on layer 1 project, there's a couple of them: Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Terra. Those are the networks, the cryptocurrencies where other cryptos and other tokens are programmed on top of them in the layer 2. So if you look at this list, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, Cardano, every other currency, every other crypto, every other token you see is programmed on their blockchain, on their programming language, basically. So these are the basic ones where smart contracts can be written in that you can use for multiple things and not just for payments. Ethereum is the most well-known, but also the most expensive one. If you do transactions in Ethereum, here it says $15, but today it's even $50 or even $100 to do a transaction in Ethereum. So that's why it's more interesting to use another one, maybe this one. It can do 65,000 transactions per second instead of 15. The fee is, I don't know, $0.00515. It's faster, it's cheaper. So if you look at these statistics on how some projects are actually performing better than the large one, it might be interesting to invest in one of those. Because if it's cheaper and faster, probably more people are going to use it in the future, right? Just guessing. Now, there's lots of other cryptocurrencies and lots of other use cases for them. There is very important, there's the stable coins. That's coins that are actually pegged usually to the US dollar. So you don't have a currency risk in there. You buy the Tether USDT or USDC, those are the two largest ones. And it's worth one thing is worth $1. So it's very good if you want to do crypto transactions, but you don't want the currency risk. You can use these because they are stable. Then this is the list I just showed you before, where you can do smart contracts on the layer 1 projects. Then the exchanges have their own tokens always. If you think that the exchange is big and growing and successful, then their token will probably grow as well. Then there is projects that are actually want to be just payment, like Ripple, Litecoin. Stellar here, this one, XLM, is very fast and very cheap for transactions. So this is very good. If you just want to send money from A to B, this is a good one to use. Most exchanges accept it, and it's fast and cheap. So there's lots of different use cases. And of course, there's NFTs, which is a whole different topic, which we're not going to talk about here today. How can you get more information on every crypto? You can go to coinmarketcap.com, and I'm going to show you that. CoinMarketCap. If you go to coinmarketcap.com, you can get information on every crypto. First of all, you have a list of the largest one. And unless you want to spend a lot of time with research, I recommend you stick to the largest 40, maybe maximum 50 cryptocurrencies and forget all the smaller rest. So you just look at the beginning. And if you want more details, you can click on it and they will give you more information on every cryptocurrency. So you can get that here on CoinMarketCap. But you can also go to, if you want to specialize in something, you can look at the categories. There's different categories. I want to invest in play to earn. I want to invest in video cryptos, in sports cryptos, in what else do we have? There's marketing, there's asset management. There's a lot of different categories. Or you want to invest in the metaverse, maybe you can go to use metaverse coins for that. So that's the information you can get on cryptomarket.com, coinmarketcap.com, sorry. How do you buy cryptos? Now you want to say, okay, I want to have some Bitcoin or some of the other cryptos as well. How do you do that? You go on an exchange. These are the largest, or the first three are some of the largest. Binance is absolutely the largest, but has pretty high fees. Coinbase.com, Kraken.com. Kraken is personally my favorite. It's relatively easy to use and relatively cheap. Coinbase is, takes your money, blocks your money quite a long time before you can use it in the first transaction, but they're also cheap. Crypto.com has a very interesting feature. They have a credit card. So you can have your money in your cryptos in your wallet and spend it directly with a credit card. You don't have to exchange it and $2 back and send it to your bank account. You can actually spend it directly from crypto.com. Bitpanda is on here because it's an Austrian platform. And it's very simple to use, very user-friendly. And if you're in other countries and you have other currencies and not US dollars or euros, the best idea is just Google your country and Bitcoin exchange, and it will tell you which exchanges you can use. I just have a couple of examples here for South Africa, Philippines, and India. That's the ones I know. But if you just Google your country plus Bitcoin exchange, you'll find something that works. Now, how do you store it once you bought it? Not on your exchange, as I said before, because even if you go to the large exchanges like Binance or Kraken, they probably won't be hacked. They take care of their safety. If you're in a smaller one, that's a problem that somebody might break in that exchange and actually steal your money. But exchanges are not safe. They're like an exchange office. If you travel somewhere and at the airport, you go to the exchange office and say, I want to change my dollars to euros, then you won't leave your money there, right? You're going to put it in your wallet. And that's what you want to do with cryptos as well. There's different levels. You can actually use a hardware wallet that's called Ledger, the main companies offering that are Ledger or Trezor. It basically looks like a flash drive, small flash drive, and you load your cryptos on that. And then they're absolutely safe. Nobody can hack your flash drive. The next option is to have a wallet on your desktop or your mobile phone, which is also not connected to the web. Exodus.com is one very good option for that. Or if you want to store it in the browser, that's the least secure option. You can use blockchain.com or MyEtherWallet for everything that's on the Ethereum blockchain, which is most of the tokens that we didn't talk about yet. So these are the three levels. The highest security you have if you use hardware. Middle and probably the most interesting one is desktop or mobile wallet like Exodus, or a browser wallet like blockchain.com. Okay, finally, we're getting to how to make money with crypto. Are you excited? Do you want to make money? Yes. Okay, good. I see somebody still alive here. Okay, number one is HODL. What does HODL mean? HODL is actually a typo that was made in years ago in some crypto chat. It stands for hold. You buy and hold. You buy your Bitcoin and you keep it until the next 1500% raise is done, and then you take some profit. Today they say HODL actually stands for holding on for dear life. So they found something the abbreviation can stand for. In reality, it was just a typo. So you can do that with Bitcoin. You can do that with all the other coins, looking at, okay, what's interesting, what has potential. Like I told you before, the other layer one cryptos that are actually better than Ethereum, more efficient, cheaper, faster, might be an interesting investment, or they already were, and I'm sure they still are. And also some other projects that have a big potential. The next is mining. Mining is you put a powerful computer somewhere and let it do the calculations to actually create new Bitcoins. Today, that is already very, very expensive, and you probably don't have the computers, and you're probably not in a country where energy is cheap enough to do that. So Bitcoin mining is not that interesting, but there's other cryptos where it still works. The next is lending. You can actually say, okay, I've got those cryptos and I don't want to sell them. I don't want to use that money. I actually want to HODL them. But I can lend them to someone else so they use it for whatever they want to use it for. Like you give a loan to someone and you'll get a reward for that. Or you say, okay, I don't want to lend it to another person who wants to have a loan. I actually lend it to the blockchain, the crypto world, the exchange, so they can use it to facilitate transactions. That's called staking, or to produce more cryptos. That's called staking, and you get a reward for that as well. You actually lock your money in there and they use it and you get a reward for that. I'll show you how much. Or you do trading. You actually buy and sell. You learn how to do it, how to read charts, how to read signals, and you make a lot more money by making money when it goes up and when it goes down as well. You actually can do that, and Nam will tell you more about this very soon. So to get some extra profits on your cryptos while holding them, you can use lending. For example, on a platform called nexo.io, I'll show you a screenshot shortly. You can do staking. Kraken is, for example, offering that. Or you can do liquidity mining. Let me show you all these three things. So this is a screenshot from Nexo where you can give loans and you can also get loans there on your crypto. And for that, if you put in Bitcoin and you let them use it, you'll earn up to 8%. And you can even put in US dollars there and you'll earn up to 12% for it. Where else can you get 12% for having your US dollars lying around there? Yeah, definitely not in any bank, right? So you can store your US dollars here and they'll pay you up to 12% on your money just for giving them the option to loan it out to other people. Don't worry, that's not very risky because they only loan it to people who leave cryptocurrencies in their account. And they only give 50% of what people have in the account as a loan. So the loans are very well secured. Staking, that's you let the money sit in an exchange and let them work with the money. And here you will get somewhere between 4 and 23%, depending on which currency you're doing it with. Now let's get to the most exciting one, which is liquidity mining. That's in the DeFi blockchain, in the DeFi world. They don't have a centralized exchange. Like in a stock exchange, you don't have a market maker where people say, okay, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, and there's always someone providing the liquidity. They don't have that. So they need someone to provide liquidity so that transaction can be done quickly. And if you are willing to provide that liquidity, this works always in a pair. You have to provide liquidity, let's say, for Bitcoin and this other currency called DeFi. And if you do that, they'll actually pay you about around 50% a year for it. So you hold your Bitcoin for a year and somebody will give you 50% on top of what you already have. Cool or cool? Oh,
very cool.
Now, I didn't read the chat because I can't see it while I have the screen, while I share my screen. So do we have any questions?
First of all, how full is your head, everybody? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I had to cover a lot in a short time.
Take a deep breath. Let's take that in. I know Colleen had some questions. Colleen, if you want to unmute and just go ahead and ask.
Sure. One of my questions was about so I used to work in banking, and most fraud doesn't happen from strangers hacking into your stuff. Most fraud is from people gaining access, people that you know gaining access to your accounts and stuff. And so if I'm thinking that, I have to really make sure that I remember my passwords and my whatever, then very possibly people are going to write that down somewhere or whatever. So is there any recourse if someone gains access to my passwords and accesses my assets?
No. First of all, you can't remember those passwords, and your private key is like this long in numbers and letters. It's totally impossible to remember that. Well, except for some memory geniuses. So you gotta save it somewhere, write it down somewhere. But yeah, keep it safe from other people. Have it in a safe or whatever. But there's no recourse if somebody breaks in and takes the money. It's gone.
Okay. And I was also asking about, because you said that there's different categories and whatever. So with banking, there's a lot of the reasons why they have a lot of rules and they track everything is for anti-money laundering and to make sure that you're not financing terrorism. So how does crypto ensure that, how do I ensure that my money's not being used for something that I don't want it to?
Well, your money isn't being used because your money is in your wallet and nobody can access it. So
okay, so one of the ways that you said you can make money though is to let somebody else, the staking, I think it was.
Yes.
And
well, once you do that, they're using it for exactly that, for staking and not for something else.
And so how do the categories fit into? So
the second thing, maybe to answer your question, is crypto good to actually use for terrorism and money laundering and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Every transaction is recorded.
But it's not monitored.
It's not monitored unless, and they've already done that, if they think, okay, somebody did something, somebody stole a whole lot of Bitcoin, then they can track them down. But of course, they don't do that for your 1 Bitcoin. But if somebody steals 1,000 Bitcoin, they'll probably do something. Also, they have already tracked some terrorists that were using cryptocurrencies. It's actually a very bad idea for those people to use cryptos, because if somebody gets on their trace and say, oh, then they can easily follow that money.
But how is that triggered? Because because I know that in regular banking that's actually like globally that there's reporting to ensure that anything that is suspicious is monitored.
That's why 90% of illegal transactions are in cash. They will take a suitcase of dollars and hand it over, and there's no monitoring on that. So actually, cryptos is better monitored than cash.
Okay.
Of course, if you send 10,000 somewhere, the IRS will automatically know and come and say, did you pay taxes for this? At least that's how it works here. They can't do that with crypto yet, because it's not monitored, but it's traceable. So if somebody is suspicious, they better not use cryptos.
Cool.
Excellent questions. Anybody else? Any questions? We're just ready for more.
How many of you would like a list of the links of exchanges, wallets, where to store and make money? How many of you would like a link list? Okay, Jane, if I give you one, can you send it out?
Absolutely. We'll send it out when we send out the recording as well.
Okay, great.
So with that, Florian, are we good to pass it over to Nam right now?
We are. If there's no other questions, then let's pass it on and go to the fifth way of making money. There is
Brenda and Helen has questions.
Brenda?
I had two questions. When you put your Bitcoin into one of those wallets, does it still increase in value when it's sitting in the wallet?
Yes.
Okay, so it will still grow in value when it's in that wallet.
Yes, absolutely. That Bitcoin has the value that stays in the wallet. When you take it out again to do something with it, it has the value that Bitcoin has at that moment.
Okay.
And if you leave it in there long enough, it's probably going to be a lot more than when you put it in.
Sounds wonderful. And my other question was, when you do a redemption of your Bitcoin and back into Canadian dollars because you want to buy a car, you save enough that you want to buy a car. If it's made money, does that trigger a taxable event?
Absolutely. I don't know exactly how it is in Canada or the US or any other country than Austria. So you would have to ask your tax advisor for that. In Austria, if I keep it for a year and a day, it's tax-free. If I take it out earlier, if I use it for trading, I would actually absolutely have to pay capital gains on it. But it might be different in Canada. So please check how the taxes work for you.
Thank you.
Dan, great questions. And Helen, go ahead.
This just could be because my COVID brain is kicking in, but we are talking about virtual money that I cannot hold or keep in my purse or stash in my, we can.
No, this is worth nothing. This is just.
Okay. So basically, this is just a virtual dollar, I'm just going to use the word dollar, a virtual monetary amount that we save to be used in the future for something, or we can exchange it of a country that we're in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Most of your dollars are virtual as well, right? Most of your dollars you have in an account and not in your pocket. Is that
right,
correct?
or a mattress, depends.
Or under your mattress, yes.
Yeah.
So most of them are in some sort of account.
Mm-hmm.
So they're virtual as well. Cryptocurrencies are virtual, just that they don't have the option to go to the ATM and withdraw some like coins,
hard currency.
Bitcoin coins, hard currency, that doesn't exist. So it's all digital. You can exchange it back into your Canadian or US dollars. You can exchange it into another cryptocurrency. You can send it to someone else to pay something with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do basically everything you can do with your normal hard currency, except for having it in your hand.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Great,
welcome.
awesome again. Okay, Claudio, do you have a quick question or comment?
Yeah, just quickly, just in relation to what Helen was saying, I know for a fact that this is available in the US. I've got to find out actually if it works here in Canada. There is a link where you can actually buy several gift cards using crypto. So you can buy them with Bitcoin, for example, and then go out and use them at Best Buy, Amazon, and some other larger retailers. So I still have to find out if it's available in Canada as well. But I know for a fact, I know someone that's actually done that in the US.
And yeah, as I said, you can have at crypto.com, for example, and there's many other platforms, you can have a credit card on your crypto wallet. So you can go to a shop and buy something directly with your cryptos without doing any exchange.
Okay, awesome. So another time, let's all take a deep breath, soak that all in. Breathe, yeah, breathe through all this information. Awesome. So with that, I would thank you so much, Florian, for your presentation. I do want to be mindful of the time for everybody. So Nam, please take it away. Everybody strap yourselves in for the next part.
All right, let's give Florian and Jane a round of applause real quick. Hi, y'all. I'm Nam from Houston, Texas, actually, not Dallas, but I do travel to Dallas a lot. So I'll just fly through it real quick. All right. I got started with a company called Tradenology about 6 months ago. And the reason why I did that was because I was on vacation with my best friend. And while I was driving him and his family, he made $15,000 trading crypto and foreign currency. So this is a chart for Bitcoin. Florian was showing you from way back. I'm going to show you from just last year, right? So he got to the point where Bitcoin went to $65,000. And a lot of times what happens when anything goes to an all-time high, it takes a dip. And the reason why is because institutions and big giant banks, they want to buy low and sell high. Why do they sell high? Because that's where you make liquidity. That's how you make money. That's how you print money out of thin air. So usually what they do is they swerve a lot, right? So they drop the price of Bitcoin. It went back down to 47,000. Then they brought it back up to 60,000. And then they tanked it last summer to less than $30,000. Okay. And I drew this blue arrow because that stands for a massive liquidity pool. So from down here, institutions take all the money, whether it's billions or trillions of dollars that they made, and they come in here and they just pump Bitcoin all the way up to a new all-time high, which is a blue arrow at 69,000, sorry. And that was November. And then if you look here, just less than a month later, okay, they dropped it all the way down to $42,000, $43,000. That's a $26,000 difference on one Bitcoin, right? And then they bring it right back up because they like to swerve a lot. And then people, you know, right here at the high, you know when you should be scared of crypto or any token or coin, when everybody and their mom, including Pookie and Ray Ray, their cousins, are saying, it's time to buy because it's going to the moon, right? By the time the masses talk about investing in something, it's too late, right? You're gonna buy high, which is not what you're supposed to do. So then that's when Warren Buffett's quote comes handy. He says, when everyone is greedy, you have to be fearful. And when everyone is fearful, you have to be greedy. So when it tanked, this is when you buy Bitcoin down here, right? And then when it comes up here, everybody's talking about how Bitcoin is going to go to the moon. That's when you have to sell Bitcoin. So from here to here, if you bought one Bitcoin, you made $9,000 profit. It's okay to sell it, right? You made $9,000 profit, wait till it dips again all the way back. Now this time it went to 33,000 in January. So we teach our people, Tradenology is the name of the company. We teach our people how to read charts so that you don't buy the dip, because the dip sometimes is a trick from the institutions. We teach people to buy the crash. So when it tanks all the way down to like this low right here, 30,000, that's when you want to invest in Bitcoin. And just like Florian said, there's several ways you can make money in crypto. And one way that I just learned from Florian is that you can lend crypto to make money. I didn't know that. I knew all the other ways, and I know there's another way as well. It's called education, right? So Colleen was asking a lot of questions about crypto. She's a banker, or she has the background of that. One of my best friends avoided crypto for the longest time because he was a commercial banker as well, and all his friends are bankers, right? But after I explained all this to him, he started to dabble into crypto, and he's never seen crazy gains like this in anything he's done in his life. And yes, in America, they're trying to incorporate the tax laws for cryptos. I don't know about Canada yet, but I can find out for you guys. But in America, and the lawmakers are trying to do is consider crypto property, right? So it's just, they'll treat it just like real estate. So you'll pay taxes on capital gains. Just hello.
You're back. Go ahead. Do we have you, Nam?
We're waiting for Nam to come back. Brenda probably knows the answer to this. Capital gains are taxed at 50% in Canada. Is that accurate? Where did Brenda go? Oh, there she is.
I'm here, but I'm not sure.
Jane, can you make this one a host? My laptop lost internet for some reason.
Oh, okay. Yep, go ahead.
All right, let's see here. It's gonna be a little bit harder on my laptop, but I'll see if I can log in again on my laptop in a second. Technology, right?
Most of the time it works for us.
Yeah, most of the time, not always. All right, so that was crypto. We also teach people how to, so TradingView is a website that Florian was using, and I'm using that too. His background was white, mine is black because I like the dark background. But this is US 30. This is the top 30 stocks in America. They call it the Dow Jones Index or US 30, all right? So what happened was back in February, it was at an all-time high of 30,000. And then they used the lockdown and news, right? Scary news to drop the markets down to $18,000. And so it went from an all-time high and it crashed. And a lot of people lost their entire stock portfolio here in America and around the world, whoever invested in US 30 or the top stocks, right? And then what happens, just like Bitcoin, is institutions dump all their stock positions up high. That's how they make all their money, right? And they tank it down. And then they come back in and use all their profit money and their original principal, and they buy up all the stocks on fire sale. And for 2 years, they drove it all the way up to 37,000. And at 37,000, that's a new all-time high. And every time you see a high, if you look back several years, 5 and 10 years, just like Florian did with Bitcoin, you'll see a trend. It climbs and then it crashes. It climbs and then it crashes. And it does this all the time, right? So our company teaches people how to read these charts so that you're not a victim of a stock market crash or a crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum when they crash, because we can show you all that as well. And I think I saw $11 trillion in the gold market. I'm going to show you something that might pique your interest, okay? So the foreign currency market, this right here is US dollar versus the Japanese yen, okay? This has a chart just like anything, like Bitcoin, like gold, the stock market and indices, which is the US 30 that I just showed you, Dow Jones Index. Plural is indices. So they have all kinds of different indices that you can trade where they group a whole bunch of stocks together, right? So foreign currency actually has over $6.6 trillion moving in and out of it every single day. That's over $180 trillion a month or $2 quadrillion per year. And people who participate in foreign currency literally can learn the skills to print money out of thin air. I had a chat with Claudio the other day. He uses bots to do some trading for him. But I mentioned that if you learn how to do manual trades, right, you can outpace a bot in terms of returns. Can you lose money? The answer is yes. But one of the reasons why I recommend that everybody learn how to read charts is because you'll protect yourself from making investments into 401ks and things that could actually lose you money if you don't know when to get out. They say there's a phrase that goes, when the horse is dead, get off, right? So right here, I just want to show you real quick. This is during the lockdowns back in February and March of 2020. They tanked the US dollar and then they brought it right back up. What changed between these 30 days? Not much. It was just a wealth transfer, and they use it to disguise it so that the average Joe that's in the foreign currency market, they're going to lose money. But in order for someone to lose money, somebody else has to win money. Does that make sense? But we're going to teach you how to read charts where you're not gambling. All right. US dollars, one US dollar was 102 Japanese yen at the beginning of January 2021. And then the beginning of January 2022, it took 116 Japanese yens to equal one US dollar. So if you would have short or sold UJ or bet that it's going down, it's the same thing. So if you sell UJ at 116, this move right here can make you a fortune. Then it came back for round two, you could have made another fortune, right? But the third time it came around, what the institutions are doing is they're trapping sellers, okay? Everyone is selling USD versus Japanese yen. We call it UJ for short. So what they did was they went up past the all-time high and they got it to a record of 129, okay? And when it got to 129, I somehow stumbled across this chart and I saw 129. I shorted UJ and already made tons of money for the week, right? We only show people trades on a demo account. We can't show you a real account because that would be called enticement, right? So on my demo account on UJ, last week, just the past 7 days alone, between UJ and some of the other pairs that I sold, like the US 30 and Bitcoin, made $77,000 in 1 week, which could be $11,000 a day for you, right? And the results will vary because not everyone knows how to read charts a certain way. And then you want another way, Colleen, to learn more about crypto and foreign currency is you want to have mentorship. You want to have people there in your corner to show you how to do it so that you're not winging it or guessing, right? So give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off the audio on my cell phone real quick. Let's see here. Jane, can you make the other computer the host again? I just logged back in.
Your notification sounds. What are you talking about?
All right, you're muted, but go ahead. That should work now.
How do I share screen?
It should work now.
Okay, here we go. All right. So the reason people want to partner up with Tradenology, we have two memberships. One is $129 US per month, and the other one is $229 a month. Okay. And Jane has partnered up with Tradenology because she wants to learn how to trade. But not only that, she wants to teach you guys how you can read charts and make money out of thin air as well. And even if you're a rookie and this is flying over your head, it's okay, because I'm about to show you the magic sauce. All right. So for VIP students in our company, what we give you is this special program that we call the 1 hour workday. So in less than an hour a day, we can teach you guys how to read charts and make money trading. And right now I'm on Bitcoin because crypto is the name of our Zoom today. And we're on daily candles, meaning each candle represents 1 day of what Bitcoin does. So 7 candles is 1 week, right? And then the 4 hour candles mean 8 candles is 1 day. So I'll start off on the daily candle because when you trade, you want to go on a higher time frame so you can see the trend, okay? So on the daily, the computer, our indicators that we give you as a student says that it's 80% bearish. That means Bitcoin is going which way, up or down? Most likely down, right? A bull market is going up and a bear market is going down. So even a third grader, and I'm not making fun of third graders, okay? It's just a saying, can see that the arrows are saying to sell Bitcoin, right? If you got into the market and sold Bitcoin into the last low, which is over here or over here, you pick, right? You have to use your eyeballs and guess which one it'll go to. I like to sell Bitcoin and move my stop loss into profit and wait for the big arrows to say that the trend is about to change. And when this green arrow and this big blue arrow comes out, that's when I'm getting out of that trade. If you shorted Bitcoin from 47,000 and got out at 39,000 on a one lot size, that took 26 days, all right, less than a month. That would pay you $91,000 if you traded on a one lot size. If you traded on a 0.1 lot size, you still make $9,000 in less than a month. And this is what our software can do for you, right? So then I'm gonna back test some more. If you would have got in a buy right here or right here, it doesn't matter, right? You can enter here and leave that trade and get out right here when the big arrows come out. That's on a one size lot, you would make $99,000. On a 0.1 size lot, and we'll teach you the lot sizes later, that would make you $9,900 right there. The second blue arrow comes out, you would get in the trade again. Okay, so you would double that money. Instead of making $99,000, you would make $200,000. And if you're on a 0.1 lot size, you would make $20,000. And let's see how long it took. I forgot to tell you how long that one took. 21 days, because we're on a daily candle. All right. So let's see here. How big is a lot size? A lot size is, they call it a standard lot. So if you're trading a lot size on Bitcoin, depending on the broker, this right here is, they call it, let's just say 10,000 pips, right? 10,000 pips, if you are a one lot size, you would make $10 for every pip that moves, all right? And we'll teach you the pips and lot size whenever you guys become students, so you don't have to get down to the technical details. But just as much as you can earn $10 for one movement, you can also lose $10 for one movement as well. So if Bitcoin would have went down instead, right, depending on where you put your take profit and stop loss, you can lose $10 for every pip or percentage and point that it moves as well. So, and then on Bitcoin, if you use 0.1 lot size, every pip that it moves, you'll make $1. So from here to here, if that was 10,000 pips, you would make $10,000 on a 0.1 lot size. So that's all that means. Let me see, whoops, what did I do? Let's go back to this. Any other questions? For trading, if you trade stocks, you would have to have, if you're a day trader, you would have to have $25,000. But if you trade foreign currency, you can have as little as $50 and still make money in trading. That's why I like foreign currency, because you don't have to have a lot of money. And these brokerages, they allow you to trade stocks and indices as well. Okay. And you guys can unmute and start asking questions. I don't want to keep going on because we're almost at 1:30 or 2:30 Eastern time. Just throw all the questions at me.
If so, please unmute.
The dollar amount that you need to make this type of gain in Bitcoin, if you're using one lot sizes, I would say you would need at least $10,000 to leverage that kind of money. And then but that's a big leverage, right? So if you had $500 and you made a couple $100 at a time on Bitcoin, would that be okay, right? Within 30 days, if you guys can double, triple, or quadruple your brokerage size by trading on a 0.01 lot size, instead of making 100 grand or 10 grand, you only make $1,000, would that be okay? If you took $500 to $1,000 and doubled or tripled it, would that be okay? And you got to start small and then you can grow it big from there. And then another thing I forgot to mention is that you don't ever have to use your own money to trade. We teach you how to read charts and trade. And once you get good at it, you can take a challenge through a prop firm. And then these prop firms will give you up to 200 to 400,000 US dollars of their money. And you can trade with their money. And every month, whatever profits you make, you get to keep 80 to 90% of it. And they keep 10 to 20%. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone invest 10,000 up front unless they become very knowledgeable about trading, and then you can invest 10,000. And we always teach people to do your own research and only invest money that you're willing to let go of. Yeah, if you put in 10,000 into your brokerage account and you cashed out 100 grand, your capital gains would be $90,000.
And that was just an example to show the tax rate. So in Canada, if it's considered capital gains, is that 50% of the growth amount would be added to your income, and then you would be taxed at whatever your tax rate is wherever you are in Canada.
I don't know if Canada considers it capital gains, but I know.
Well, I just did a quick Google search, and so that's like I haven't verified it. It just appears to be capital gains.
The easiest way to find out is contact your CPA or tax professional, and they'll tell you what foreign currency gains are, what it's classified as in your country.
And thank you, Colleen, for checking into that, and we'll look into that as well, because again, we'd love to serve you all that come from different countries. So we don't have the answer for every country, but just like most of you know, I'm in real estate. If I have to pay capital gains tax, there's a part of me that's celebrating. It's because I made money. So I like to look at it that way as well.
So if you guys become a member of our university, you'll have access to our desktop app or cell phone app. And they give you trade ideas too, so you can learn when to buy or sell things, and it'll help you make money as well. They'll tell you when to buy, what the stop loss is, which means it'll cut off your trade if it loses a certain amount of money, and when the take profit is, where it cuts off your trade and you're in profit and it closes it out automatically. So these are the lot sizes that he uses for training purposes. So even if you use small lot size, you can make decent money. You can place the trades and forget about it until it closes out in profit or as a loss. But if you do this and learn often enough, you can make money 24/7. Sometimes I wake up to a lot of money just by following some of the trades that this is our CEO. He's made tens of millions of dollars on trading, and he teaches us all this, and he gives us all the different indicators that we use to trade. So we have Bitcoin strategies, we have gold strategies, and our CEO teaches us different strategies all the time on how 10x scalping is where, you risk $100, you can make $1,000. And these scalping means short-term trades, like you're in and out of the trade really quick. These 1 hour work days are usually longer term trades. So like they call that swing trades, right? So you'll stay in for a month or a couple weeks or even a couple months. Whereas the scalping strategies, you only stay in for 30 minutes, an hour, maybe 3 or 4 hours max. So they're very short trades. You can make money 24/7 doing foreign currency. It's a good skill to learn. Any other questions?
Yeah, this all fascinates me for sure. I have a feeling others are fascinated as well.
So that was US 30. Here's gold. Right, gold went up to 2072, right when Russia was invading the Ukraine, and we told people to short gold right here. You could have gotten out anywhere around here, right? I would have gotten out on this green arrow. Okay, if you short gold here, there's no telling how much money you can make just to know when to buy and sell gold. I like to trade gold, Bitcoin, and US 30 because you can make a lot of money if you learn how to trade those correctly. Can you lose money? The answer is yes. But if you learn how to trade and minimize your risk and maximize your gains, you'll make a lot more money than you'll lose.
And I know you all know you're all here as part of Selling on the Spot in our amazing global community. And this is the type of training we want to bring you to for whatever level you are each at. You're all here because you're at least curious about crypto and how to be earning money. And I happily, like I said, partnered with Florian and Nam to bring you this information. Nam didn't really introduce himself in regards to his incredible success with the past MLM. And I don't know if you could just in a few sentences sum that up, because I want everybody to understand that there's a reason we partnered, and it's because you really impressed me and you're very, very knowledgeable, and I don't partner with just anybody. So please go ahead.
All right, so real quick, I used to be a travel agent for Vacations to Go. I was their #1 salesperson, and they fired me 5 days before a $15,000 bonus. I became homeless that year and got evicted from my apartment. The car got repossessed by Wells Fargo Bank, and I found a network marketing company, and you guys probably know them. It's called Organo. So I was slanging coffee for 10 years, made millions of dollars there, had a team of 60,000 people around the world. The reason I'm in selling on the spot is because people in Toronto that were in my Organo team, they threw me in this group, and I don't know how I ended up on selling on the spot Zoom one day in January, but I switched companies from Organo to Tradenology because I found that a lot of people kind of don't want to do network marketing. They don't like recruiting, referring people like friends and family because there's a negative stigma in that industry. And so if you don't build a team in Organo, you're not going to make a lot of money. There's very few people that sell coffee and make a ton of money, right? So the reason I partner up with Tradenology is because we can teach you how to trade, and you can make a full-time income working part-time without having to build a team. But when you start, making money out of thin air, your friends and family are going to ask you how you're doing it. You're going to want to refer them to the company because we have a world-class education. We'll teach you guys how to become a master at trading, where you can print money out of thin air and even while you're sleeping. And then what happens after that is you can refer people. Our company actually pays you to refer people to us. If you refer 3 people, they pay you up to $200. That'll cover your monthly fee. But if you refer more people, they pay you up to $1 million per month right now. We give you car bonuses. We give you travel incentive trips. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I'm about to go to Cancun for 10 days and 9 nights, courtesy of Tradenology. They're paying for it, and they're willing to pay for your vacations as well. How many of you like skiing? Let me see those hands. So our next incentive trip, they're sending everybody to Colorado for a ski trip. And then our car bonuses, we're gonna give you enough car bonus money. Y'all can drive a free brand new Corvette or Lamborghini Urus. And that's my goal, is to help people all over the world driving free dream cars and do whatever you want. And 60,000 people in this company would pay you $500,000 a month in earnings, which is $6 million a year. So I already know I'm going to get to 60,000 people. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I put 2 people from Dubai under Florian and Jane already. I put a former NFL, National Football League player, and he's been a motivational speaker for 20 years. I'll have him on selling on the spot soon. And he's underneath Jane and Florian. I also signed up a couple of people from Dallas and a pilot from San Antonio, and he's in y'all's team. So if you guys partner with Jane and Florian early on, we'll be placing people into your team as well, because the way this company works, you can only sponsor 2 people, one on your left, one on your right. And if you sponsor more, you have to place it under the first 2 people. So it benefits everybody. We're paying it forward and helping everybody win. I told Florian and Jane when they joined that one day they're going to have over 1,000 people in their team, whether they do anything or not. And if they build the other 1,000 on the other side, I know we're going over. Let me show them real quick. If y'all build 1,000 people on the other side, this is how much money you can make. I think it's on page 13. Nope, I was wrong. Sorry, y'all. I don't know where it is. It's page 18. It's underneath 13. If you had 1,000 people on each side, you'll be over $25,000 a month, which is $300,000 a year. And $1,250 on each side, you would make 50 grand a month, which is $600K a year. And if y'all want this PowerPoint slides, I can send them to you, or we can schedule a Zoom where I'll show you the entire presentation. Any questions?
And again, for all of you to know that whether you know or not, we build through selling on the spot marketplace. And we have an amazing global community. So we wanted to put on this event. You know me, I'm a soft sell. I'm not here to convince anybody into anything you don't want to do. But for those of you that do want to build with us, I wanted you to see what Florian and Nam are bringing in regards to education. I'm very impressed with Tradenology as well. Wanting to learn all those trades and all of that, but also building the team alone through selling on the spot marketplace will help you. So I did put the link into the chat. I think we have a few more questions. I'm able to stay put. If anyone, I understand we're a little bit over, so I can understand if any of you need to hop off the call. Please know that you can reach out to Florian, Nam, or me. We'll make sure that we get the information to you that you're looking for. You'll get the recording of this as well, because you'll probably want to watch parts of it again. But does anyone have a question right now for Nam? Brenda, go ahead.
I'm wondering what kind of time commitment is involved. We're all entrepreneurs, so we have other businesses. What kind of time commitment is involved to be able to do these trades and make money now?
It's up to you. I mean, this is not a job opportunity. This is more like you're an entrepreneur. You pick your own schedule. Our company will teach you how in less than 1 hour a day, you can still make a full-time income doing this. And it might just blow your mind away, and you might take it full-time and make even more money than everything else you've ever done. Who knows? You know, only you can decide for yourself. Me personally, this is all I eat, breathe, and sleep. I mean, I think about Tradenology 24/7. And so when I get to a point where we help a lot of people make $1 million a month in this company, people are gonna be like, how'd you guys do it? Because we took it seriously and we went all in. But you don't have to, you know, like I have people in my team that are part-timers. They refer people to us and we help them build their team, whether they're here or not, it doesn't matter. So teamwork makes the dream work. You're not in it by yourself. We're all here as a family trading together, and you're not on an island by yourself. I don't know if Claudio and Florian trades by themselves, but part of Tradenology is we get on Zooms all the time and we trade like a family. We help each other win. Janet says she loves how I say y'all. It stands for you all in Texas.
I love the drawl, yeah. And Brenda, like I said, we build through selling on the spot marketplace. So whether NAM is there or Florian's come as part of Tradenology before as well, in which case openly we're putting the people under your team if you're with us. Okay. Charlene, go ahead.
I have several questions. One, NAM, have you heard of GS trading?
Did you say GS trading?
Yeah, have you heard of that? Another company?
No. What do they do? Do they ask people to invest money with them? Because usually what I found is companies that take money from you to invest for you or trade for you. A lot of them are Ponzi schemes. We don't take people's money. We teach you how to trade, and then we teach you which brokerages to fund your account with, and then you can trade with your own money. And whatever you make in trading, that's between you, yourself, your tax authority, and maybe your baby's mom or dad, depending if you're a man or a woman. But we don't have anything to do with your profits in trading. We just teach you how to trade.
And then the other question is, when you get paid with, I guess through Tradenology, I guess is who pays you, is that in fiat money or in crypto?
Right now it's fiat money, and then what I do is I take the fiat money and then I invest it into other things like crypto, etc. I don't like to buy crypto with my own money. I always use somebody else's money. Another side note for you guys is during the pandemic, I couldn't find guns or ammo anywhere. My brother told me I should get one to protect myself in Texas. That's what they love, right? But I couldn't find it. So I went out there and I scooped up all the ammo that I could. And I sold all this ammo over the course of 1.5 years and made a ton of money. And then I took that money, I got me a free car, which I never buy cars, I always rent because I put unlimited miles. And then I took that money, I bought all my ammo and guns for free. And then I bought crypto and mining rigs. So my business partner and I, we mine Ethereum. We have machines, which I can show pictures in the Selling on the Spot Facebook group. And we'll teach you more than just trading. We'll teach you mining. We do stakes. We stake crypto. We also do nodes, right? Y'all know what nodes are? No. I don't either, but I invest in them and I make money from it, right? And what else? Yeah, we teach you NFTs, everything. I mean, you know, Florian, believe it or not, I learned a lot from you. I thought I knew a lot about crypto, but Florian does a great job explaining it to us. I'm gonna go back and watch the recording because I learned a lot.
Exactly. So I think you might all have caught on to why I follow what NAM does and I do what NAM does.
Free money is what it's all about. I don't like to spend any dollar of my own on anything. Okay. So when I became homeless, right, I put my last $550 to joining Organo. I had no money left. That was supposed to be for my car note, right? And from that $550, I have made millions of dollars and have never spent my own money to buy coffee or anything out of my pocket. It was straight up commissions from network marketing. Even the ammo and everything that I bought, it came from commissions. I don't use my money to buy anything. It is no fun using your own money.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow. Any other questions? Or actually, sorry, Nam, can you also tell them the 2 price points too? I know Shaquila was asking that.
So the VIP is $229 a month if you want to be a student and a distributor, where you can get paid to build the business. And then $129 a month is the primary. We'll teach you everything you need to know either way, whether you choose primary or VIP. But the cool thing about VIP is you get the 1-hour workday program. So if you want to invest part-time to make full-time income, that's what you want to do. And then on top of that, the VIP gives you a weekly training by our CEO, who's made millions of dollars in trading. And he's also helped a lot of people make millions, including his daughter, who's 16 years old. Her biggest month in trading was $34,000 in net profit. And this is real money. This is not fake money, okay? When we teach people, we teach them in fake money so that we don't get in trouble, right? But there are people that are trading with real money. I have an early 20s young man. He came on board with our team, and in the last week, he made over $1,000 trading. And the reason I tell you that is because if somebody can learn and do it and they've never traded before, anyone can. You guys are willing to learn. Just stay the course. Don't join for a month or two, and then if you're not a millionaire, you quit. You want to stick around for at least 18 months so we can teach you how to be a master at trading.
Not
And a
clear
lot of other
about your
stuff
two
too.
options. Your two
$129
options,
a month or $229 a month.
but are both of those ones where you invite other people or just the VIP?
Well, it's $99 a month if you just want to be a student for primary. You add $30 a month if you want to refer people and get compensated for it. And I recommend the $30 a month extra because it doesn't cost much more. And if you refer at least 3 customers, yours will pretty much be covered by the commissions that you make. So can you imagine learning from multi-millionaires without having to pay? So just do the VIP. You can choose VIP or primary. The cost is actually $99 or $199, but I always add the $30 on top so that people can just become a part of the business. So you can possibly make money as well. And you will make money if you just do your part, because Jane and Florian will place a lot of people into your binary system. It's a binary means 2 sides, left and right. We can go over that another time. I don't want to drag it on forever. I can stay on as long as y'all need.
And I have added the link to the chat because, again, some of you are going to want to read more there, and you'll see the options again there. Because as he said, there's the 2 price points, and with each of the 2 price points, you could also join the business side. Because again, we are here building through selling on the spot marketplace, so we're not just telling you about the business opportunity, but we are actively building already and willing and interested in partnering with all of you in that capacity.
Yeah, be careful hanging out with us too much. You guys might lose some sleep and start making extra money. You're gonna have an extra exciting Christmas this year. Free gifts is what I call it.
Free gifts.
So again, I'm curious, if you just got people into the business and didn't do any trading, would you still be making money, or you have to trade yourself?
You'll still make money. You can do either or both. When I joined Tradenology, I noticed the majority of the people in our company, they don't have any interest in building Tradenology as a business, right? They just want to learn how to trade so they can make money trading. But the cool thing is you can do both. And if you learn how to build the company as I teach you guys, you're going to fall in love with network marketing all over again. Because my philosophies in building a business and living life is you want your profit money to pay for everything. Like I've been staying in a hotel every single day this year, and I don't pay for any of them. I get it all for free. I'm a Marriott ambassador, Hilton Diamond, United Airlines Premier 1K, and I want to teach you guys how to play the game using credit cards and points, and you can get everything you want for free. You never have to pay another dollar out of your pocket for anything.
This is why I always stay long after a call, because you learn even more.
I mean, a lot of people, they don't believe me, but I just show them proof, right? 180 nights in a Marriott this year. It hadn't even been 180 nights this year. I'll teach you guys how to game the system. If you have status with Marriott, you can easily convince your friends and family to use your Marriott number. And this is how you do it. If you use my number, I don't let everybody use my number, just certain people, right? If you use my number, they'll give you an upgrade to a suite for free. So they use my number and they pile up my nights and my points. And then I get a higher status every single time. They get a free upgrade and they don't care
I'm
if I have
flying
the
to
points.
Toronto soon. I might be contacting you about that.
Yeah, I show you which credit cards. There's more to working with me than just trading and network marketing. I figured out all the tricks. I'm not a scam artist. I just know how to game the system where everything is in my favor. I'm never going to let a broker, an institution, or a government try to give it to me, right? I'm going to show you guys how to give it to them.
Brilliant. Any other questions?
Is it US funds or Canadian funds? Probably US, right?
What do you mean?
The
Tradenology, yes.
Oh, it's in US funds. But you know, the cool thing is, I'm not supposed to tell you guys this, but we're changing the comp plan to make it better. The car bonus is going to be better, and they're going to have a new program where there's going to be 2 extra packages. So it's not just primary and VIP. They're going to have one that's even less for people who are skeptical or unsure if this is going to work for them. And also for third world countries, they can pay less money. So we're not here to take people's money. We don't want your money. You know what we want? We want your story. We want to see you succeed and tell your story, because everybody is somebody's angel. And if you don't succeed wildly in life, how do you know somebody's life that you can't change out there or inspire? And that's why I do what I do. I don't need the money anymore. I'll take the money, but I love doing what I do because there's a young lady named Diane Solano in Toronto. She's the top leader in Organo in Toronto. And she was a single mom when I met her that was struggling financially. And because of network marketing and working with myself and some of the top leaders in our company, she made over $100,000 a year, and that changed her life. And that's why we do it. Because there's people like her or you, even if you're not a single mom, that could use the extra help.
And when I first met Nam and he came to selling on the spot marketplace, I automatically was intrigued because he was talking about the crypto workshop. And I'm like, again, I love to train and I love to learn. So I wanted to learn crypto and was, like I said, very impressed by him. And just so you all know, did I just say y'all?
Yeah, you did.
Hear it 3 times and it's going to come out of my mouth too. Just so you all know, I always do my due diligence. So not only did I look into the company, but quite frankly, I know so many people in Organo, especially in Toronto and Durham, whether they came selling on the spot marketplace or not. I reached out to a few of them and they're like, yeah, absolutely. We all know who Nam is. He is our upline and he's legit. So I just come in, okay, I'm so in, let's build Tradenology. Right.
I'm going to put more countries below you and Florian.
Awesome.
You just wait. I know people all over the world.
I'm ready. I just finished moving houses. I'm ready. Awesome. Any last questions? Personally, I agree. It's a whole lot of information. I'm not actively trading yet. But I did choose to join the company, and easily or openly we're inviting you to join us as well, so that you can be in it, in the system where, again, through selling on the spot marketplace, as well as Nam on his own is building and putting people, like he said, from all over the world into our team. So we are offering you that.
So the team is you, we join with you, and that then Florian and then Nam. Is that how it goes? Upline?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I sponsored Jane into the business, and then Jane sponsored Florian, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
I'm never a chain of command. Like, I am equals to you guys. You call me anytime, you message me anytime, and as long as I'm not asleep, I'll reply.
That's so true.
I stay up all night, and so it's hard for me to wake up early in the morning.
I think that's why we get along and resonate so well. It's because we both love what we do and we work a lot by choice.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. We're workaholics. We don't ever stop.
I'm a Scorpio too, so that makes sense. And I work all night too. Okay.
A lot of people call me a robot. What's up, Janet? You're on mute.
There's Janet.
Janet says she's ready, Jane, so contact Janet. Oh, she's a Scorpio as well.
Okay, that's going to be a new marketing campaign. We're going to start marketing to Scorpios.
Scorpios are crazy, y'all. They work 24/7. They're like robots.
Well, there's at least 2 Taurians on here, and I know I work a lot, so.
Yeah, we're not the only ones that work a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
All the entrepreneurs work a lot.
Oh, good. Well, if there aren't any other questions, again, we certainly invite you to join us. Certainly invite you also to reach out, because we can appreciate you're not necessarily ready or know which step you want to take with us. Nam clearly has made it clear he's ready to work for all of us and with all of us. So let's book appointments. Nam, what's the best way for them to contact you with questions?
Just add me on Facebook and start messaging me.
Okay. Or for all of you, you could also reach out to me directly and I'll connect you to him directly. We can open 3-person conversations and chats and things like that to get all your questions answered. Sound good?
And I put my my Facebook link in the chat. It's very easy. Facebook.com/I'm a multi-billionaire. So there.
Boom. With that, I thank you all for being here. Thank you one more time. Give a round of applause to Florian for educating us at the beginning of the event. Thank you. And again, round of applause for Nam for just both of you. Wow. I know our heads are full of information. And if it resonates with all of you, please reach out to us for more information or take your next steps. Okay. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Look forward to doing more with you in the future, and stay healthy, stay safe, and see you at another amazing Selling on the Spot event.